welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz, and today we are going to be prepping for the new semester. So the past few years, I've pretty much done a very similar routine of things just to kind of get organized and get my life together before we go back to school. So I'm just going to be bringing you guys along while I do that today. I have a lot of stuff I have to do. I'm basically going to be splitting this up into online things and then like crafty projects that I have to do. I'll put some timestamps in the description box below, so if you want to get to a specific thing, you can find it there. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing I'm going to do is organize my Gmail. The first thing with this is just deleting all of the old emails that I don't need. Keeping my inbox clear is probably the #1 thing that just helps me stay on top of things. I hate having a messy inbox. So I got rid of a bunch of emails already, and now I'm going to be making some folders for each of my classes to use throughout the semester. So to make these folders, I just start by clicking Create New Label on the left-hand side of the browser, and then making one big folder for Spring 2020-2021, and then making subsequent folders for all of my classes nested under that big main folder. Once that's all set, I go back and color code everything. I like to gray out any folders that aren't active, so the ones that I am using, I like to put in nice color order and just make them very visible and easy to see. Also in my Gmail settings, I like to use the to-do list feature. It is an absolute lifesaver. I'm a big like post-it note person just for everyday to-do lists, but I really like to keep a lot of my like long-term things that I need to do on this Gmail feature just because I'm on my email 24/7, and it's really nice to just have those long-term things very visible and in an accessible spot throughout the semester. So to do this, you just start by clicking the little blue pencil icon on the right, and then you can just hit add task and enter in all of your to-do list items. What I love about this feature is that when you're done with an item, you can just click the little check mark box and it'll disappear. You can still have them in your history for your to-do list, so if you decide that like you weren't actually done with that, you can definitely still add it back, but it's just a really nice visual reminder to have on my Gmail. The next thing I'm going to do is just set up some folders in my Google Drive. Again, I just like to make folders for each of my classes just to stay organized throughout the semester. So this one is also super simple. I just started by hitting add new and then making a Spring 2020-2021 folder. And then once I was already in that folder, I just hit the plus button again to make subsequent folders for all of my classes. Throughout the semester, I just like to put any resources I get from professors or Google Docs, anything like that that pertains to the class, all in these folders so that everything is all together and very organized. Moving on to just general computer organization. If you don't know how to make a bookmark, this is a pretty basic thing, but I didn't know how to do this for like a long time. So I'll show you how I do those. I like to just bookmark a lot of the main websites that I use for school. So to start off, I just make sure I have any tabs that I want to bookmark open. I hit the star button on the top right-hand corner. I give it whatever name I want, make sure it's going to the bookmarks bar, and then click done. And there you can see it's already on my home screen. Next thing I'm going to do is make sticky notes for the home screen of my Mac. I am someone who really doesn't like my home screen to be very cluttered, so that's why I didn't have these up till I think last semester. But as long as they match my screensaver, I really do like them. I usually use them just to have my class schedule up. I am very, very forgetful when it comes to just like basic scheduling. I don't know. I feel like I get overwhelmed easily, and then just the general places that I literally go every single day, I just forget, and then my class will be starting in 5 minutes and I will have totally forgotten about it. So I always like to have my schedule up in a bunch of different places, and this is one of them. So to make a sticky note, you first go to Launchpad and then just search stickies, and this will automatically bring one up for you. So like I said, I'm going to use this for my class schedule, so I just started to type all of that out. Then once I was set with some text, I highlighted it and clicked the font tab, and it'll bring up a nice little drop-down menu where you can select different sizes, fonts, make your text bold or italicized, and also change the color. So I just kind of played around with this just till I found one that I thought looked the cleanest. Whenever I am doing multiple text layers that are the same, I like to just copy and paste them so they all have the same text properties. Then you can also change the color of the sticky by just clicking the color tab, and the color of the text by clicking the little color box in the font tab. Then to add a new sticky note, you just click File, Add New Sticky Note, and it'll bring up a new one, and you can do the same process over again. On that note of writing down my schedule, I always like to make a cute little color-coded paper schedule. This just keeps everything really visible, and I just honestly like color coding things, so I've done this every semester. So I just start off by partitioning a piece of paper into 4 sections. No, I don't need 5 because I actually don't have class on Friday this semester, which is fantastic. So then I just go through and add in all of my classes with the time slot, course title, location, and professor. And I just section this off so that it's all very even for each day, so I really can tell when I have my breaks. Once that's all set, I go through and color code each class so it's just even more easy to read. Next, if you take nothing else away from this video, the very most important thing that I do to prep for every single semester is I take out each syllabus for each class and I write down every single test, paper, project, anything like that in my planner and just get it all squared away for the entire semester so that I know what's coming up, I know what I have to study for, and I can really plan ahead. So once the syllabus comes out for each class, I just go through and look for any really important dates, things to study for, projects to prepare for, and I write them all down into my calendar. I like to color code them for different classes, so I really have a clear idea of what's coming up. And I do this for every month of the semester, not just the immediate things, so that I can just have it all one and done and not just have to wonder if I have things coming up later on in the semester. I just already have it written down and it's all set to go. And then the very last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own little notebook this year. I have recently started using 5 subject notebooks just because first semester freshman year, I just carried around like 5 single subject notebooks and that was so inconvenient. And I feel like half the classes I didn't need that much space, but then other classes I used like 3 of those. And I was always lugging around different notebooks. Then I would like forget different notebooks for another class and it was just not convenient. So I have since switched over to one 5 subject notebook for all of my classes. So I'm just gonna decorate one really cute today and get it all set for this semester. So these are the materials I'm starting out with. I just have some printed paper and paint, a bunch of different stuff, and I decided to go through and just paint the edge of the binding gray because I did not like this yellow color. That's the whole reason I'm covering up, and this part I couldn't actually cover up with paper, so I just wanted to neutralize it a little bit with some gray paint. Then I went in with some Mod Podge to actually secure the paper down. If you haven't used Mod Podge, oh my gosh, go try it. It's like the best. So then I just put this paper down in the pattern that I wanted and secured everything. I ended up going over all of this with a layer of Scotch tape when I was actually done, but this just helped to kind of seal that in for the first layer. Then I wrote out in gold paint 2021 and just did a cute little design and also put my initials in the right-hand corner. And that is the final product. So those are all of the ways that I get a little bit more organized for the semester. I am so excited to go back to school. I think the day I post this will be our second day of the spring semester, so it is swiftly approaching. I could not be more excited, and I'm just definitely looking forward to being back on campus and starting my new classes and just kind of getting back into the swing of things. If you're going back to college now or you're starting a new semester in high school, I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope you guys have a very happy and healthy semester. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!